Hi Aries, welcome to your October 2018 The Harsh Truth reading. I have shuffled off camera. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with everybody. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it partially resonates, check your moon, rising, or Venus sign for a more well-rounded picture. If you would like a private reading from me, visit the link in the banner, the YouTube banner, or you can go to soulmoontarot.com, or you can email readings@soulmoontarot.com. This is intended to be a love relationship reading. It may resonate otherwise. Work, family, friendship, passion project. What else? Did I say check your moon, rising, and Venus? I think I did. I think I said everything. Okay. All right, it looks like we've got a breakup here. So this could very well be, well, looks like a romantic breakup. All right, so a romantic breakup, having a misalignment of values or no longer being in harmony with each other. Ace of Swords reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, Four of Cups reversed, Page of Wands upright, Five of Wands reversed, the Sun reversed. All right, preliminary reading. This is a general part. Looks like you want it to be over. You want there to be no communication, no contact, no going forward, no being on the same page with this person. You don't want you, and this is also being, in this instance, this would be being decisive about that. This would be being emotional about that and vulnerable and all over the place emotionally and feeling insecure and feeling like you need that person. You'd much rather keep it in the mental realm rather than getting the emotions getting out of hand. And actually what is true is that, well, maybe you feel like that person missed an opportunity or they're missing out. Gonna clarify that one. Could be that this person, what's true is that this person missed an opportunity and that they're acting like they don't care, but deep down they do. Or someone, because if this is somebody that potentially could be all over the place emotionally and they're putting on this front, it could be that person. So someone is acting like it's not a big deal, or it's just, it was a missed opportunity, one of those two. That, oh shucks, I missed out. Oh well. And this is kind of being surrounded by luxury and not appreciating what you're surrounded by. Like, oh, it's not good enough, you know? Okay, gonna clarify that one for sure. You want there to be a, you want the beginnings of communication again. You want the beginnings of, see how these little, they got a little bit of sprouts on the staff here. That's jumped out at me, and I think it's because you want, if you're truly done with this and you're really hoping to stave off that emotional letdown, and you want to keep it more cerebral and just a logical decision, it's done, it's over. I would like to start anew somewhere else. I want those stirrings of passion and you know, curiosity again, adventure. I want to feel that again. What you don't want to happen is you don't want to, I feel like you don't want to be in a position where you're going to work on the relationship, like about avoiding conflict or just being devoid of emotion and just all work and no play. You want play. You don't want to be all work and no play to stave off the emotions. You know, you want that balance. Could also be that this is not examining that you really don't want to go into the emotions with this for whatever reason. And I get it, if it's fresh or if it's just too complicated, that's, nobody wants to go down that rabbit hole. And this is going to be, you're going to be, I think you're going to realize that this person, you thought they could make you happy, but they didn't. And there's going to be a little bit of a funk, but it's not going to be this sort of just laying yourself down emotionally into a spiral. It's not going to be staring in the abyss and the abyss stares back. If there is, it's only temporary. You're not going to stay stuck there. I think it feels like that's a real concern for you Aries, that you don't want to stay stuck emotionally, and you're not, your action. You're all about action and initiative. You know, emotions are secondary sometimes, so I don't think you have to worry about that. But let's clarify just to see what's going on, because that's coming across real clear here. For the Aries that I'm reading for, you really don't want to stay stuck. It's almost like, okay, it's done, it's over, let's get that drive back. So let's clarify this, please. What's that Four of Cups reversed about? Why is that true? What is that about? Wow, okay. Well, you know what? This person missed out because, wow, this is new, because typically I'm always tuned into the person I'm reading for, but I think this is about your partner, that they missed out because this is you. You know, you're quite charismatic, and you're can-do Cameron over here. You can pretty much get it done. You can manifest, you can work, you can make things happen, you can grow businesses, you can, you're a mover and a shaker and quite capable, man or woman. And you're just like, well, I'm moving on. I'm not going to stay trapped here. I'm not going to stay. I think that's what this is about. You're not going to be trapped emotionally. You're going to see it for what it is, and oh well, moving on. What's done is done. I'm not going to get emotional about it. It's their loss, because I've got a lot to offer somebody and something, and I am not going to stay stuck here. So that's kind of awesome. All right, let's see what this Page of Wands is here. I think this is about, you want that next opportunity. You just want to, you know, get moving again. You already want things growing for you. Sorry. I just love it when it's in sync like that, because like, oh, well, yep, that's what it's about. Yep. You're ready for that next interest and that emotional connection with somebody. That's what you want. That's what you're going to get to, if I'm honest. I mean, the Aries that I'm reading for is like, there's no stopping you. What's this Five of Wands reversed here? Yeah, you do. You know what this is? You don't want to have to be to where you have to start. It's like, who needs... I could see why you'd want to just kind of duck out, because you don't want somebody to be emotionally draining on you. You don't want an emotionally draining relationship to where you feel like you have to sneak around just to steal time for yourself, or you're put in a position to where you might think that, you know what, this is not suiting me and I need to go get my needs met. And not that, you know, cheating is condoned, but you don't want to have to feel bad for having needs that aren't getting met in a relationship. And even if there is a breakup, you don't want to be made to feel guilty that you're stepping out or that you're doing something sneaky or cheating. I feel like this is like, you know what, I will keep my head down and avoid it if I have to, but I'm not going to deny myself. And if I have to go undercover, or if I have to go in stealth mode to get my needs met, I'm not talking about doing something deviant or, you know, disastrous or dastardly, whatever, any other D word I can think of. But this is about feeling like you can't really be yourself around somebody. You're just keeping your head down just to go along to get along. And you don't, because I think you know that doing that makes people reckless. They start to, they start to do things in the dark that are eventually going to come to light. And I feel like you don't want to have to go along to get along, because eventually that's going to get very tiresome for you, and you will find a way. And it would be reckless and disrespectful, and you know that, and you're not about that. So you're like, I'd rather just cut it off now and be done with it, and, you know, because I don't want to have to resort to this. And I gotta say, some people are like, well, that's crap, you know, if they're gonna be sneaking around. But wait a minute, if you're not getting your needs met in a relationship, and you're made to feel guilty about having those needs, because that's how I'm reading this, let's be honest, that's oppressive. That's like, what the heck, you know? And then Aries, some of you out there trying to be noble and, okay, all right, well, we can compromise, we can work it out. You know, really what you're saying is, I'll avoid this as long as I can, but eventually it's going to surface and I'm going to have to find a way. I can understand that. Just saying. Okay. All right. Stepping down off my soapbox. Shutting up. So let's look at this Sun reversed. I gotta say, Aries, you got a really good take on this. It seems like you got a really good handle on the situation. Like, it just seems like you're like, well, their loss, you know, and this right here, moving on, ready for the next. I'm gonna give back what gives to me. Yeah, it's an ending. Okay, so we got an ending to a marriage or a conventional committed relationship that was not a good match. It wasn't a good fit. And so you're in a bit of a funk about that. This is in the position of what will happen. So this might have been a breakup and then you go through the divorce, because this is not a conventional connection. It's no longer grounded or stable or sanctioned in the mores of tradition and custom and all that. So this is the ending of a cycle, typically in a bad way. It is karmic, and it was fated, but it's right now it's kind of all over the place. This might be that you don't want your partner to go AP. It might be that you've got a pretty good take on it, moving on, but your partner over here might not be doing so well, and you really don't want to deal with that mess. Because when they get like this, I think that's what made you in the relationship get like this, to where, okay, fine. I just to avoid them. And then you're having to sneak around to go be with your friends, or just go out to that restaurant that you like or something. And it makes you feel really guilty and reckless, So, and that. I think Aries, you're kind of hard on yourselves anyway. You don't need somebody else making you feel guilty just for having, the needs that you have or the wants that you have. It shouldn't be that serious. So I think that might have had something to do with the breakup. I also think that this probably is talking about your partner. Normally they may be like this. This is a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But because of what's going on now, it might be that they're this way and you're like, oh God, let's not lose our head here. So there is going to be a bit of a funk. But this is the happiest card in the deck, and when it's like this, it's only temporary. It will be this again. It will be happy. It will be the yes card. It will be about expansion and abundance and nurturing and growth and vitality. So just hang in there. This will be short-lived. And like I said before, you got a really great outlook. You get this. I mean, I know it's about a divorce here. Sorry, but it feels really optimistic. Like it feels like you're like, all right, it is what it is. So I tried shuffling these the long way like this, and that was 52 card pickup. You are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. Well, I think that's what I would say that's what this is about, not being bound or restricted, because you really can do anything you set your mind to, and really being ready for that new adventure, that new passion, that new interest, and an emotional connection with someone to boot. So yeah, you're on your way, Aries. Should probably do these first, but sensitivity. I think, how many times can I say that? This to me is about I think this is about awareness, and I think that you are capable and sensitive, and you are capable of compassion, but you also recognize, okay, don't get mad, but you also recognize a lost cause when you see it, or when you've experienced it. I don't think this is a stretch here. So I think, yeah, okay, sensitivity, fine, but sometimes I bristle when I see that, because it's like not at the expense of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, well, gosh, you're being insensitive. Well, one of us has to be. I don't know. On the other hand, this is about being in tune with your needs, the way I'm reading it here, and I think you've got that down pat. And can I just say much respect, because a lot of people stay out of shame or out of guilt or just, and you're like, nope, there's too much to do and see, not doing that. And I have to respect that, I wouldn't want someone to be with me if they didn't want to, out of shame or guilt. Who needs that mess? Because I can't do it the other way, because I don't want to wrinkle them, and if there's too slippery and it makes noise on camera. Ooh, that's a new one. I haven't seen that one in a long time. This is about putting the pieces together and coming to conclusions. How fitting for this reading. Finding your true self, which is not sneaking, not feeling guilty anymore, not just avoiding conflict, not feeling like you have to sneak around and that you're being reckless and mean and you're insensitive. This is about knowing who you are and being ready to move forward this with that knowledge, and accepting yourself and just the sky being the limit for you. Really. Putting all the pieces together and being like, all right, this is who I am, and this is what I'm showing to the world, and this is how I want to experience the world. Look at you, Aries. You go. This was an awesome reading. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but honestly, wow, you got a great outlook. Okay, so well, that's what I have for you, Aries. Go you. I hope to see you in the next reading, and thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you got something out of this and it resonated, and I hope to see you, like I said, in the next reading. Take care.